Get ready for the dictation. Start. Heard Sri Subhas Vidyarthi, Learned Counsel for the Revisionist, and Sri Mukund Tiwari, Learned Counsel, who has put in appearance on behalf of Lucknow Development Authority as well as the state. This civil revision filed under section 115 of Code of Civil Procedure has indisputably arisen from an order passed by the court below on an application filed under order 6th Rule 17 CPC at the appellate stage. The trial court dismissed the suit on 22/9/2009, where against Civil Appeal number 219 of 2009 was filed by the appellant. Thereafter, against rejection of the application filed under Order 6th Rule 17 in the appeal by the impugned order, this civil revision has been filed. Learned counsel for the opposite parties at the very outset has raised an objection against the maintainability of present revision under section 115 of CPC on the ground that entertaining such a revision before this court would be hit by the principle of law enunciated by this court in full bench decision rendered in the case of Jupiter Chit Fund Private Limited versus Dwarkadhish Dayal and others, AIR 1979, Allahabad 218, as upheld by the apex court in the case of Vishnu Avatar versus Shiv Avatar and others, AIR 1989, SC 1575. Learned counsel for the opposite parties have also placed reliance upon a judgment of Sri Kunj Bihari and another versus Sri Krishna Dutt and another, AIR 1994, Allahabad 198, wherein the principle of law enunciated by the apex court as well as full bench of this court has been applied, leaving no scope for doubt that a revision before this court in the matters of orders/judgments arising from revisional/appellate proceedings would not lie. To the contrary, Sri Subhas Vidyarthi, Learned Counsel for the Revisionist, placing reliance upon a judgment of this court in ILR 2010-2 Allahabad 539, has argued that in the subsequent judgment rendered by this court, the principle of law laid down in the full bench decision of this court as upheld by the apex court, a distinction has been drawn in the matter of orders having no effect of disposing of the appeal finally, but at the same time the order essentially falls in the category of case decided. Having regard to the rival submissions advanced in the light of judgments referred to above, this court would find that the principle of law has been well discussed by the full bench judgment, and the apex court judgment leaves no manner of doubt that any order passed in the revisional/appellate proceedings would not be amenable to the jurisdiction under section 115 of CPC. This principle is gathered from the observations made by the apex court, which are extracted below. The residuary power is with the district court. The High Court has no revisional power under section 115 unless the case arises out of an original suit or other proceeding, that is, other original proceeding decided by the district court, or where the case arises from a suit of and above rupees 20,000 in value. If the district court has decided not in its original jurisdiction, then the case, be it a revisional or appellate order, is not amenable to the High Court's revisional jurisdiction. Of course, if the case arises out of suits or other proceeding of the value of rupees 20,000 and above, the High Court has revisory power. All other cases fall outside and become final at the district court level. Precedentially, the result is no different, as the full bench of the High Court has been at pains to make out. Purposively speaking, it will be stultifying to interpret Section 3 to mean that orders in appeal by district courts must suffer a distant journey to revisory justice from the High Court. Thus, we reach the convergent conclusion of no revision to the High Court. Viewing the next of Section 3 lexically, literally, schematically, and in the setting of social justice, of which saving the average litigant from the intoxication of tantalizing litigation is a component. Having regard to the principle of law laid down by the apex court, it does not seem open for this court to read the binding precedent in a manner to dilute the essence of principle, particularly when a litigant against the nature of order impugned herein is not remediless. The principle of law has also to be upheld to serve the object of curbing the delay in civil litigation. Stop.